Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Shakespeare's goriest play, Titus Andronicus. So be forewarned, there may be some gross things talked about, like grosser than usual. I mean, we had somebody getting mauled by a bear in The Winter's Tale, but stuff gets really gross in this one. Anyway, today we are in Act 2, Scene 3, and we get to hear from Tamora, who was the queen of the Goths. The Goths and the Romans were in a war against each other for like 10 years, and she was brought back to Rome as a prisoner of Titus's, but then Saturnius, who was named emperor by Titus, decided that she was really hot and wanted to marry her. Her eldest son, Alarbus, was killed in the streets while they were still prisoners before she married Saturnius, and she and her sons, Chiron and Demetrius, want to get revenge on Titus and his whole family. And she convinced Saturnius to let her sort of own the task of getting revenge on Titus and his family and completely destroying them. Now, other things of note, Aaron, who is a Moor, has been, he's like her advisor type person. He's been there for this whole thing too, and we found out that he is very much in lust with Tamora, and her two sons, Chiron and Demetrius, are very much in lust with Lavinia. And Aaron suggested that if they sort of kidnap her while everybody is out hunting and take her to a secluded part of the woods, they can rape her and therefore have their way and be satisfied and not have to actually marry her. And they're like, sounds great. And that, and then in Act 2, Scene 2, where we're starting off at the hunt, Titus is there and his three remaining sons are there, and Tamora and Saturnius, and everybody comes and they all decide that they're going to go off hunting, and Chiron and Demetrius are like, wahahaha. But Act 2, Scene 3, we're in some secluded part of the forest, and Aaron enters by himself with a bag of gold, and he's like, a lot of people would think that I'm stupid to just bury a bag of gold that I don't expect to come back and like dig up later and go use as my own gold, but trust me, this is going to be important. And then Tamora comes in. He says, trust me, this is going to be important. Like, he tells the audience that. But then Tamora comes in, finds him and says, my lovely Aaron, wherefore look'st thou sad when everything doth make a gleeful boast? The birds chant melody on every bush. The snake lies rolled in the cheerful sun. The green leaves quiver with the cooling wind and make a checkered shadow on the ground. Under their sweet shade, Aaron, let us sit. And whilst the babbling echo mocks the hounds, replying shrilly to the well-tuned horns, as if a double hunt were heard at once, let us sit down and mark their yelping noise. And after conflict, such as was supposed the wandering prince and Dido once enjoyed, when with a happy storm they were surprised and curtained within a council-keeping cave, we may, each wreathed in the other's arms, our pastimes done, possess a golden slumber, whiles hounds and horns and sweet melodious birds be unto us as is a nurse's song of lullaby to bring her babe asleep. So Tamora is seducing Aaron here. He is not only in lust with her, she is also in lust with him. So she finds him in this secluded spot in the forest, and she's like, check it out. We're in this secluded spot in the forest, and everything is beautiful, and while those people are hunting and making lots of noise, we here on the ground, under this, checkered, leaf-dappled, beautiful sunlit spot, we can make as much noise as we want to while we're, doing it, and they'll never notice. And then we can, just listen to the birds and fall asleep and take a lovely nap here in the sun once we've, done it. And Aaron, having just buried some gold, has some other thoughts on what today should entail while everybody's out hunting. And we will get to hear those thoughts from him in tomorrow's monologue, which is his response to today's monologue from Tamora. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.